Okay, it's about 9 o'clock at night. I've been up since about 11 o'clock in the morning. Got my strawberries sitting there. That's about half of them. So, it should be, they're all in good shape and there should be plenty there. I'm just letting those dry. Wash them, let them dry, put them in the Tupperware, and I find they hold fairly well that way. I guess it's raining out. That's the sound to the fan there. It actually has warmed up nicely. It's just around zero. The overnight's above freezing, so that's even though the long range doesn't really have any. It's gonna warm up nicely on Monday, and there's no cold days in the long range, so nice to know. I have finished reading the book, and I started the write up for the last week. I did that this morning. I finished reading, and then I did the write up for the song. And well, not that would have been this afternoon. I'm going to spend the rest of the night catching up, basically. I need to do a couple more posts about the book. One of them the closing one, and then another one about after I get my essay. And then I've got post for exam. I got 2 more songs left for the demo. I close the demo. I've got Christmas and, well, it's not Christmas yet. I'll stop there, but we'll talk when I get there. Again, we'll talk when I'm. We'll talk about all of it when I get caught up. And it's gonna today is one of the, or sorry, yesterday was Alter Reality Day. So I have, after I finish doing the write up for the Grapes of Wrath, I have 2 more weeks left to write. And then I'll get all that information in the PDF because that's going to close. First disc is going to completely close. I'm just thinking that I don't want to. Well, in fact, we've been blogging the whole period, right? It's from May to now. After this, I get grounded for like 3 months. I won't be back until spring. So there will be some Alter Reality up over the winter, but it won't be every week. And there will be essentially no new songs until I think it's March 1st, I think. But it might be a little bit later than that. I think I was grounded for 2 months, January and February. I think that's what it was. But I'll take a look at the release dates that I have up, and if there's nothing in March, I may push that forward to April, or I might push it forward to midway through March or something like that. We'll talk about it when we get there. Just the point is that I'm closing that down. Like I said, the weather staying nice means all those groceries I did yesterday, it might not be necessary, right? It might turn out that it's the run next week that needs to be big, but it's done, so I don't have to worry about it at the least, right? I guess I'll wait to do a top up. Mid-January-ish, I guess, is when I'll take another look at that and take a look at the long range and all the things. I'm actually fairly. I said it was going to be a quote-unquote classic winter, which means hell cold. I'm not. From what I'm seeing of everything going around, I'm thinking that more likely I'm going to suggest that we'll get. I mean, we had a cold snap. There's no question. At the beginning of December, it was cold here, but it wasn't very long. And I think that from what I can see with the long range, we may be able to escape the season with 1 or maybe 2 more cold snaps, right? So I mean, I don't think that you can really call, or at least not here. I don't think you could call this a classic winter. I think it's more just like, I mean, maybe once you average it out, it might look, more normal. But like what we're actually experiencing is well above average normal temperatures for most of the winter, and just kind of a couple of cold dips, right? if those couple of cold dips are extremely brutal, then the numbers will balance out. That's kind of the unfortunate thing, right? Even though what you're actually experiencing is a lot of warmth. And in fact, they predicted that in this area of the world. That the long-term effects of climate change where I live here, are not going to be the elimination of winter, but the collapse of it into um, just kind of short bursts, right? We're never going to get rid of winter, not here, not unless the distance from the distance from the sun, or the changes, or maybe the Earth gets knocked off orbit and gets knocked back on its axis, maybe something like that. This area is destined to winter forever, but at the same time, they're suggesting that, or my understanding of the predictions were, or the models predicted that the kinds of winters that we would see, or the kinds of winters that we will see as the phenomenon develops, are kind of like this one, where winter's late to start. When it does start, it's fairly mild all the way through, but there's these couple of brutal shots. So we got a brutal shot in December. Maybe we'll get another brutal shot in January, and if we're unlucky, we'll get another brutal shot in February. That seems to be the way winter works here now, due to the change in climate. But and over time, it'll just, that mild balance will go up, and maybe the brutal winters will get a little less brutal, but they'll still be brutal. I mean, if the average let's say 50 years from now, if the average temperature in this town goes from 0 in December to 4 in December, that's a big difference, right? In terms of what it is that you experience, in terms of snow accumulation, in terms of it just. I mean, if the average is 4, then there'll be days where it's warmer than that too, right? If that were to happen, the extremes might move from you get a couple of days of -30 to you get a couple of days of -15, but that might even feel worse, right? So, but the extreme is still there, right? Like, we would have to, in order to get rid of winter here at this particular point, we would have to have like a 10 or 15 degree rise, right? And that's not. Well, let's hope that's not even on the radar. Anyways, yeah, like I say, I spent the day writing. I'm going to spend the evening writing, and we'll talk again when I'm done writing.